Welcome back, guys, to another Minecraft tutorial. Today I'm going to be building this tower here. I use it kind of for like an outposty kind of feel for my city breakwater. I apologize for any cuts that I may make. It is simply because I may forget actually how to do it, and I'll have to look back here, and I don't want to keep making you guys look back. So without further ado, let's build this tower. First thing we should start out doing is building the frame for this tower. So start by placing a 3-block pillar out of the log, move over 3 blocks and place the same thing. We want to go around in a square and do this. Go one more over, like so, and then like that. Just keep doing this all the way around, and there you go. So next thing you want to do is build up another pillar on the diagonal from each corner, just like this. So if you want to pause the video here, you can get a nice little floor plan, and it'll kind of tell you the basic layout of this thing. Next thing we want to do is start building up the walls. So first thing, we need to extend each of these corner pillars up one, like that, and then we need to add another pillar in the exact center of this tower. Make that 4 blocks tall. Now what we do is extend that pillar all the way out to each middle section. Again, this is all using logs, and it should start to look something like this. Okay, now what we need to do is start adding cobblestone. So we can just go through here and add a nice cobblestone wall. There will be a lot of detail on the outside of this. Whenever I build a tower or any military, really any military kind of building in my medieval city, I try to make it look very strong and fortified, because otherwise you can't have like a little flimsy wooden tower hold up against a huge army. And I think a tower or military fortification kind of represents your city and its military might, so it's got to be strong. Okay, so once we've added this little section here, we want to cap off each of these walls with log, just like that, connecting the corner pieces with those middle logs. Just like that. We can come along here and just keep adding them until we have a nice square of log, just like that. Now that we got our cobble in shape, we can start adding some detail to this little other wall. It's not a whole lot, but I think it's enough. What you want to do is add stone brick stairs in each of these little gaps, along with a border of stone brick along each pillar. Again, just place a stone brick pillar and then create kind of a window shape out of stone bricks, just like that. Now we actually want to go around and replace that, or add those on to the rest of the building. Like so. Again, you want to keep the column of stone brick in the middle next to the wooden support. Once we're done with adding little detail to the walls, I like to go through and add little stone brick stairs to each of the pillars, just to kind of make them look a little bit more fortified. I add just the stone stair in the middle column, but I add a stone brick underneath on the corner pillar to make it look a little bit fuller. Like, we can just repeat this process along the entire structure, just like this. Okay, so now that that's done, we want to add a little bit more detail to these corner posts here that, as you can see here, add a lot of nice style and gothic-y look to the tower. First thing you want to do on these columns is go through and add one piece of cobblestone, followed by a layer of stone brick, and then you want to add a upside down stone brick stair. You can cap that a little bit off with 2 cobblestone walls, and then 2 more little slabs of stone brick. Now what we can do is place a stone brick like full block and go up 3 blocks with the cobblestone walls. Cap that off with a torch, and there you go. We want to repeat this process throughout all of these towers here. Now that that's taken care of, we can start work on the next tier of the tower. So how you want to do this is obviously with more logs, start building it up. We need to go 6 blocks from this cobblestone layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually want to continue off this block. We only need to go 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be at the same level. 3, 4, 5, 6. And you should end up with this nice round shape. Now what we need to do is go through and fill it all up with cobblestone. Or stone bricks, sorry. So what you need to do is fill in the stone brick adjacent to the log. So build a pillar here, as you can see. And you just want to fill in a little area right next to the pillar with stone brick. On these little middle parts, that's going to come out a block, just to give it a more of a round feel, because you don't want it to look like one part is part of the frame and like another part is actually part of the wall. This way it kind of integrates all the beams really nicely. Just continue to fill all this in. A lot of the detail work and what makes this build really cool is actually on the outside. It's not the initial structure. So once we're done with that, we can go through and add some cobblestone walls to all of these little joints where the stone brick meets stone brick. So all the little cracks and corners you want to fill up with stone brick. This will also give it a little bit more of a round and also a fortified feel. There we go. Now we need to continue to advance the little structure on the inside. So what we got to do here, and this is where it gets a little hairy. So you kind of need to build a 3x3 platform out of, I guess, any material on top of that log, and extend that so you have 2 logs facing outwards on each side of the wall. This is kind of the base platform for the 3rd tier. Just like that. You can actually go through and fancy up the interior. I kind of like this design. It looks like little intersections here with the log continuing in between. It's all purely for aesthetics, and it just basically will appeal on the inside of the tower. You won't be able to see it from the outside, so you could put, say, soul sand here and no one would know. To construct the 3rd tier, you're going to need to extend the stone brick sections up with log, a total of 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's going to start looking a little bit square. That is perfectly fine. We'll fix that up later. Okay, so now what we need to do is fill the interior, once again, the interior walls, with cobblestone. These little bits here, you can put a little block over it just to make it look nice on the inside, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not a huge interior designer. I focus a lot more on the outside. So we can just fill all of this in. Just want to fill all the way up to the top of the logs. and this will give you a nice solid look, and we'll add some decoration to this soon. And there you go. The detail for this tier gets a little bit tricky. You want to add an upside down stair in between these two log bits, a regular stair, two more regular stairs on either side, and build a block right above them. For the little ornate bit on the third tier, just want to add a single stone slab, a stone brick stair, and then on the sides you need to add two upside down stone stairs, one upright, again, two upside down, and one upright. It'll give you this kind of cool pattern. I think it looks really strong and fortified. Now we just need to copy this onto all four sides. Now that we've got that done, we can also start adding a little bit more detail. I like to place 3 cobblestone walls above each of these remaining stone pillars, just to kind of round them off. It looks a little bit awkward if you leave them blank like that, and there's not really a super great way to cover them up. Also, to cover up the little log bits that stick out, I like to add buttons. You can do that at the bottom here too. The top section is what gets really complex. As you can see here, it's pretty in-depth and can get even me confused at sometimes. So let's give this a shot. What you need to do is cover this little structure that we just made in stone slabs. And once we're done with that, we can move on to some of the more intricate stuff. What we can do is add little cobblestone pillars, not pillars, stairs, upside down stone brick stairs to each of these pillars to make it look quite a bit more organized. You can also add a block and another upside down half slab, just like so. All I need to do now is add another stone brick slab rim on top of all of these, just like so. Now another little detail you want to do is go to each of these corners and extend them one. You can get rid of that block there. It's going to look a little bit weird now, but we'll fix that later. Just like so. So it ends up being really square in shape, but we kind of like that. Now what you need to do is go underneath each of these sections and plop down another upside down stair just in the middle like so. And you should start to get something looking like this. Now what we need to do is start adding some detail to the roof here. So the first thing we want to do is go through and add the corner bits. So what we need to do for that is add 2, count them, 2 logs, and then build up the wall here by 1 slab. You can add the upside down stair made out of stone brick, and then a regularly placed cobblestone stair. Go through and add 2 of the cobblestone walls on top and a torch. Go underneath. You also want to add 2 more cobblestone stairs. It'll give this really cool feel, and you want to replace that on all sides. So cobblestone stair, build this up 2 blocks, 2 planks, not planks, slabs there, 2 upside down stairs, and then 2 stairs, torch, and we just want to mimic this on the other side. We've now copied the exact same thing on the other side. There's nothing different. What we want to do is go through to each of these little areas where we added that middle support and add a slab and a stair. Just like that, it'll actually look like a regular block from here, but you go in and it is a stair. So do that from all sides, just like so. Now what we need to do is go through and replace the floor here with some nice spruce planks. So you can just go like this. Get rid of these. Everything we can just change out for some nice planks. And we actually need to go through with the slabs of those planks and cover it up just like this, which is really nice, and it gives a really nice feel that you're protected behind here. Then you can step up and take your shot. There we go, and just fill the middle bit of here in with planks. Now if you want to add a flag like I have done there, what you want to do is add a stone brick stair, add all stone brick stairs on all sides. Then you want to go grab yourself some fences and build your flagpole. So it really doesn't matter how high you build this. You do want to place the flag one block under the top of the flag. So say I want to build a flag, I'll go like there. Let's say something like that. And just keep building this out. It really just doesn't matter how you build a flag. I have a very sporadic kind of way of doing it. Just kind of place blocks, and it looks alright. So, something like that. As you can see, I've left one block up top here, just to give it kind of a nice feel to it. Now, there's still detail work to be done. We still need to add a doorway, and finish up these little bits here on the first tier. What we want to do for that, take some stone brick stairs, some cobblestone, and what we can do is simply go through and do more of those things I showed you earlier, where we place an upside down stair, a block, and then a right stair. It just gives this pillar here a lot more depth, and I think makes it look a lot better. So we can go through and do this for all of them. Now, once you've done those, you can go through and add a button on each of the cobblestone blocks. You don't really need to do this, it's not super noticeable, but I think if you look closely, it does make a difference. It's just more. We can also, to create more depth over here, add little stone steps to kind of brace against these corner pillars here. Again, this really just adds to the effect that this is a really strong area of the tower. I think it really works well, and now it looks like this entire area is kind of coated in its armor, say. Now we can move on to the doorway, and this is probably just mainly just intricate block placement. So what we need to do is get rid of our little decorations here and leave just the bare cobblestone. We also want to get rid of this, and then this middle pillar here. Once we've gotten that all cleared, we can place a new cobblestone archway underneath this frame right here. You can dig this out, place a little block, and our door on the inside. Now that that's done, we also need to take this little beam out one more block. We can build up these side pillars with stone brick, 3 blocks. And from here on out, it's really just intricate placing of stairs and slabs. Now for all that intricate block placing. What we need to do is build a stairway up to here. So 2 diagonal stair blocks and then a slab. Let's do that on this side as well. And then replace this with that. Continuing on with the intricate block placement, we just need to add 2 upside down stairs here. Give it kind of a more archway feel. Add an upside down stair there. We want to add a little bit of cobblestone here, just 1 block. It works to break up the stone brick quite nicely. Now we need to add a stair right on top of that, kind of following this pattern. And then we can go through and add blocks like that right next to the cobblestone block, upside down stone brick stairs. And that is pretty much how you build your gateway. That's about it for this tutorial. Please leave a comment in the comment section below with any suggestions for future tutorials and all that kind of good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time.